everyone, welcome back to our channel. So this week I'm going to discuss 5 factors that lead to hair loss. It freaks me out to even think that I lose hair every day, but that's normal. That's the reality. So hair loss and hair breakage are 2 different things. So hair loss is when your hair falls out from the hair follicles. Okay. Hair breakage, on the other hand, is when your hair falls out at any point on the hair shaft. Now, you notice when you have split ends. So that means your hair is breaking. But when you notice bald spots on your scalp, then you know you're losing hair. Okay. And it's normal to lose hair, but at what percentage or how much are you losing? So every day we all lose about 50 to 100 hairs. But when you start to notice big chunks of hair in your comb, or when you're passing your hand into your hair and you come out with a lot of hair, then it becomes concerning, right? So there's some things that lead to hair loss, and today let's dig into those. Okay, so our very first point today is hormonal changes and medical conditions. Our hormones change for different reasons. When you're pregnant, when you give birth, when you're going through menopause, all those phases will affect your hormones. Okay. And you see a pregnant woman, she's glowing, she has a head full of hair, it's shiny, and once she's done giving birth, everything is different. Okay. Your hormones are changing. So those hormones will balance out if everything is okay. But when you have a medical condition, for example, your thyroid has an issue, that will be different. One of the signs that your thyroid has an issue is hair loss. So you want to make sure that you balance out your hormones. Whichever way you take, either prescription drugs or herbs, it's a personal decision to make. But whatever you take needs to help you to balance out your hormones. And once that's done, everything will fall back into place. Okay. Our second point is medications and supplements. We need the medications to treat our ailments and the supplements to keep us healthy. Okay. Now, medications that we take that are used for cancer, for arthritis, for depression, and for thyroid will have a side effect. And one of the side effects is hair loss. Now, I suggest you first take your medication, take care of the ailment that you're facing, and then you look at the side effect after. But other than that, you want to make sure that you're taking the right dosage of the medication, especially for a thyroid problem. You want to make sure that you're taking the right dosage, and the dosage you're taking is working or is helping your thyroid to work. If you're taking supplements, make sure you're not taking too many supplements. You're not overdosing on supplements. Take the supplements that you need to keep your body working and healthy. In case of hair loss due to a cancer, you could opt to use wigs. Okay. So our third point is hairstyles. And I mean this, we all love beautiful hairstyles. But some of these styles require us to keep our hair in very tight holdings. Okay. Now, these are not very good for our hair. You want to leave your hair in a style that's protective. And in this case, I'm going to be using protective in quotes because there's some protective styles that actually damage hair. But you want to use protective styles. Don't keep your hair in ponytails for long and frequently. At one time, you notice you had thick, long ponytails, and now they're very light or short. Yeah, it's because you're keeping your hair in a tight style for long, like a ponytail, and cornrows too. Cornrows also tend to make people lose hair because of the pressure that goes on from braiding it from the beginning to the end. So change your styles, but use protective styles that are actually protective. People love braids. Braids is a protective style, but when you have tight braids, they will damage your hair. You notice people are having braids, but they do not have hair on the hairline. Yeah, it's because the braids were so tight. So keep your protective styles protective. Keep your braids strong enough to give you the style, but loose to keep your baby hairs. Okay, so our next point is chemicals and treatments. I know some people have relaxed hair and they will need the relaxers to keep their hair soft, but relaxers and hot treatments bring a lot of damage to our scalps. You want to avoid frequent use of these chemicals and treatments, hot treatments. Use your relaxers maybe once or twice or thrice a year maximum. These chemicals may cause burns, or these burns may turn into scars, and you don't want that to happen, because when you get a scar on your scalp, then that means hair will not grow again in that spot. So you want to avoid these chemicals, but if you absolutely have to use them, then use them sparingly or less frequently. Okay, so our last factor for today is infections. Fungal infections really cause a lot of havoc on the scalp. So if you get ringworms, for example, they will definitely eat up your hair. So fungal infections affect the scalp and they cause ringworms. They will block your hair follicles, they will cause dry scalp, they will cause itching. All these things are definitely not good for your hair. Okay, you will notice hair loss when you're going through such a condition, and you want to make sure that you're maintaining good hair hygiene, you're shampooing your hair regularly, and you can use medicated shampoo. It's also advisable in such a case. And take care of the infection. Take your antibiotics if you have to, and make sure you clear up the infection so your hair can have a healthy breeding ground. Okay, so those are the 5 factors that we have for today, but this list is not exhausted. Check out our full article where I talk about all the other factors and what you can do about them. I will leave it in the description, but you can also find it on our website, zillions.com/blog, and you will find it there. Okay, so this is the end of our video for today. Check out our website. We have good prices on hair extensions, we have good prices on organic hair oils, and all other hair accessories that you might need. Okay, thank you so much for coming by to watch us today. I will see you in our next video. Cheers.